Hello, everyone. As we are ramping up, welcome in to a regular daytime stream. I'm starting a little bit later than normal so that we can really focus on having the stream around Toxin whenever that release an hour. But I did want to ramp up with enough time for people to kind of filter in and get here before the card releases. And so we're going to be running a little bit of what we were running last night. I was halfway asleep, a little bit delusional, and we were still climbing like crazy with this list. And it's Scream Surfer. So last night I ran this for 31 games, held an average of 64.5 win rate and an average cube rate of 1.42 per game. And so I'm curious if it was just like that time frame or if it's actually that well, or if it's going to perform that well. And then Max V Phantom, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day so far. I'm still a little bit on the tired side, but I think that's probably a good thing. So I should be able to sleep tonight and get my schedule back where it needs to go. The nap changed you. It did. I slept, I woke up, and my beard was gone. Welcome in, Ruroni. Hopefully you're having a great one. It got to 1 hour before reset and started to panic that there was no TLSG for the new card. Yeah, no, I've been up for a little bit, but I didn't want to... I wanted to take a moment to just kind of like decompress and breathe for a minute. I was going to launch around noon, and then I got everything set up, and I was like, you know, we're going to wait a little bit. And so I waited about an hour and took some time to just kind of sit back and get things situated around the house. The light sleeper guy, or the lightly shaven guy as well. What have you done with your dad? We sent him back to work. He said something about, you know, trying to stay home and play video games for a living, and I told him he needed to go to work. Leave the video games to the kids. The shaving is throwing me off. Yeah, me too. To be fair, me too. And then It's Just Been, he said, what's good, TLSG? Longtime follower, first time viewer. Welcome in, It's Just Been. It's just been a great time having you here. Hopefully you're having a great day. I'm glad that you could join us. It looks good, though. It's just different. Oh, no, it's very, very different. I woke up this morning and realized that it was incredibly long, and so then I went to trim it, but I started with a lower guard than normal, and then it was just gone. I'm very surprised Zabu is part of the spotlights, because I don't know if I got lucky, but I got him very early into when I started playing. I think Zabu's in the spotlights because he could theoretically be fine or good with Toxin. Usually it seems like they try to like synergize at least to some degree in the 3 cards. And so with Zabu, you could technically Zabu on 1, Toxin on 2, drop Zabu again on 3, and have your 4-cost cards that are left in your deck be 2-cost. I don't think it's going to be strong, but... and then on the YouTube side, Build Buster, Hink, and Taiwo, welcome in, you guys. And so we are pretty close to the top 100. We just need a couple of good games, and we're there. But once Toxin comes out, I expect people to be teching hard against it. And so I expect to lose a little bit of SP from there, unless it just comes out and turns out that it's really, really strong. And then Kenny Cooks, you said, hope you're well. I caught some of your stream last night, but didn't say hello because I was going to sleep. No worries, Kenny Cook. I'm glad that you were there and that you were just hanging out, but hopefully you're doing well. What deck are you rocking today? While waiting for the new card. We're doing a little bit of Scream Surfer, and so I can do a preview of it. If you were in the last stream last night, which it was degenerate hours, so I don't know how many of you guys would have been in there, but Scream Surfer ended up working really, really well for me. We ran it for 31 games, maintained a 64.5% win rate, and had an average cube gain of 1.42 for those 31 games. And the idea is kind of that it's a little bit of a surprise element that if you see the Scream, you're not going to expect the like Sebastian Shaw Surfer. If you see the Forge Brood, you're not going to expect the like counter movement cards of like Juggernaut, Polaris, Spider-Man. And those can be really disruptive. And then Rogue is so very strong right now. Rogue is incredible. And so we're going to go ahead and run into a minute and a half of ads so that we can push off the pre-rolls. And then we're going to jump into a little bit of gameplay. Do you think Toxin will be good? Better Beast? or just an early or second beast. I think it's going to be a second beast. I think Toxin with beast could be kind of crazy. So we'll see. And so we're going to jump over into the ads. And Chris said, well, if it isn't Mr. I Can't Sleep at Night. We did rest decently. My daughter woke up with a nosebleed, and she doesn't normally get them. So that was a little bit of a shell shock when I woke up. But otherwise it was good rest. We're going to jump over into the ads, and then we'll jump into some gameplay very soon. See if we can maybe crack top 100. Maybe if we're lucky before the card comes out. We'll be right back, you guys. 51 minutes? Yeah. And I'm not gonna use keys this week because I do have enough tokens. And so we're just gonna spend the tokens that we have on the new card. Oh, Eldane. Okay. We're gonna shift that over to general. I didn't realize I was still in the wrong channel. That's my that's my bad. Save TLSG and Toxin on the same night. On the same night, plain white sauce. Keys this week seem like a bad idea. Yeah, the spotlights aren't fantastic. I think, what is it, Zabu, and what's the other one that's coming with it? Both of them felt kind of okay. And so unless Toxin's just really, really crazy, I think most people probably drop Elsa. Ooh. Yeah, and Elsa hasn't been around for a while. But they do tend to try to synergize the cards together. And so Toxin technically could be okay with Elsa Bloodstone. Could also be okay with Zabu being able to bounce both in and then play again. And then Sho said the beard. No, it'll be back. It'll be back before you know it. Have no fear. It is shorter than what I like, but give it like 12 hours and it'll be right where it needs to be. Hey, top right TLSG, what did you do with the other guy? We sent him to nap. He was really tired, kind of delusional, and so we sent him over to nap. Fireball said I just got Wiccan to show up in my token shop. Once I get enough, I'll have him. Wiccan was kind of surprising strong. I hate being cleave shaven. I look like a baby. Yeah, Eldane. And then by order of the 05 said, hi TLSG, have a great stream. I'm usually on YouTube, but I like to come and say hi before going back. Thank you so much. By order of the 05. Very much appreciate having you here. All right, let's go ahead and jump into some gameplay. Actually, give him the fist bump, this, and we'll turn back on the notification, and we're good. Can I get a free timeout? Scotta, you gotta pay for him. What's next in the Monopoly game? What board are you at? Did you get to 31? If so, the next is 41. All right, we have Astrodim, which is fantastic for Scream. I'm gonna go ahead and throw. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and throw Scream over to the left. He said, I just don't want to wait the 20 minutes or so. Completely understand, Scotta. So Silver Surfer's gone. Unfortunate. Kitty Pride is gone, which is, I think, kind of fine. So, do we ever full stack the left with like a Brood? Or we go ahead and do like a Polaris and we start leaning into the movement pieces, but Polaris pulls over. I think I'd rather go ahead and cap out Astrodim. Splaticus, she said GG's yesterday. If you could not play Scream while I'm playing Move Decks, it'd be much appreciated. Splat, my bad. My bad, I didn't get the notice. Fireball, is that for you or is that for Scotta? Let's go ahead and drop the Polaris. We'll start buffing up our Scream. All right, Fireball. We'll see you in 2 minutes. Oh, you said for me, I want a timeout, Scotta. So you want me to use it on Scotta, or you want me to use it on you? I think so. Catch you whenever you come back, Scotta. All right. So we get a Pim arrow, which is pretty good for the, or we get a Killmonger, which is great for the Pim arrow, great for basic arrow. They don't have Kitty Pryde, so whatever they play here is probably locked in, I would imagine. Go with, oh wow. So they just played in left. Ah, big claw. A rogue Killmonger could do it. If they go Mystique here. They could potentially go with like a Juggernaut maybe. You might lose this one. Can you run this deck without Hope? Yeah, to me, Hope has felt most of the time. She's more of a like backup line. So you could probably do it without Hope. Won't Mystique get yeeted? Not if they play a card here as well. So if they do like one here and then Mystique. And Freak Mojo, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day so far. Victory. So if they had Iron Man, we had that covered as well. And so I think we're in a healthy spot to at least take the risk. So we'll gladly take the retreat. Hype for Toxin? I'm excited for Toxin. A little bit nervous that it's going to make bounce just be prevalent everywhere, but excited nonetheless. Next up, we have Rufus X4 Unmute Me. First location is Deep Space. Mobius time? Yeah, Mobius, I think we'll see probably a lot of, which is going to be unfortunate because it'll be hard to gauge like what Toxin truly feels like. But Forge, we have the Brood, we have Spider-Man that could potentially pull like one of their better cards over into Deep Space. I almost want to do Spider-Man this turn instead of the Brood. Try to rip Madam Web away. The Aeon, you said, hey, GG, did you have Killmonger in hand? I did. So we were going to stage a Killmonger and then probably a Rogue mid, just in case you went with like Iron Man or Mystique to try to copy the Claw. So it was a good laydown. Spider-Man here. Did they go Spider-Man of their own? Okay. We're okay with Forge being anywhere else. So it looks like probably a Scream deck. And then S-Spy, Morning TLSG. When did you end the stream last night? I ended it around my time, probably around 6 a.m. I just got too tired. I hit a wall and I just couldn't do any more. Let's try for the Spider-Man. It's probably going to be a 50-50 after whatever they play this turn. Whatever it is, we kind of hope that we pull the Madam Web and then it goes to the left. Oh, you said, oh yeah, I was going to Mystique mid. Yeah, we had the Rogue primed and ready and then Killmonger to the right. And so it would have ended up being great. We do hit the Madam Web. And so no more movement for them. They do get the Supergiant, which is a bit scary. We could always, stage the Surfer over into the right lane? Or do we can stage Absorbing Man over there. They won't be able to hit it with an Eliath. They could do Negasonic, but that's fine. But to be honest, you looked half asleep when I left. Yeah, I was fighting it. Like, I was sick to my stomach. I was so tired. And so I figured I wanted to be able to continue going on, but I figured I needed to get some sleep. Morning TLSG, I reinstalled after a year, got scored in 1 key, and went from rank 13 to infinite in 2 days with collector discard. Nice flying dad bomb. That first climb back was really, really fun for me too. After I hit infinite, it was kind of like a shell shock because I started going against some of the higher ranking players again. But don't get discouraged. And then, hey TLSG, do we know the interaction between New Sandman and Black Swan? Does Sandman counter Black Swan? No. Mobius does, though. Do not comment on the shaven face. Hey TLSG, appreciate you giving me this sweet dreams lately. Welcome in, General Sergeant. Yeah, I shaved, and give it like 2 days and it'll look better, but yeah, we shaved. So next up we have Kindle, double Scream, double Spider-Man, into like an Absorbing Man for another Spider-Man. I think even if they have rock stuff, I think this becomes a snap. Also, if they go Iron Man, we can hit it with a Rogue. To the full field change, much more sweaty. I'm hovering around. Yeah, so I popped in and I think I was around rank like 500, 600 after not playing for 6 months. And so it was a very rude awakening for sure. Let's go double Sebastian Shaw, I guess. Since they haven't played in Sinister London yet. Then Glitter Pal. Hi TLSG. Hi cute chat. Welcome in, Glitter Pal. Should I start teching Mobius into my decks? Probably. Probably with how much Beast we're going to be seeing, I would think so. Ooh. Okay. The Cosmo is unfortunate, though. I think we skip here. Spider-Man left. Yeah. Good call. Spider-Man left. We kind of hope that it doesn't go mid. I hope that it goes into the Altar of Death.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Because I wanted to be able to do. I guess we don't really care for Surfer there. Oh my God! What is all of these Cosmos? Lord. Well, he can't do much else. Sheesh. Okay. I've seen 2 Cosmo games. I don't know that I've ever seen a 3 Cosmo game. Goodness. Oh. Fun application denied. Yeah, no kidding. Can they do? They could do, I guess, like an Iron Man? Iron Man, Claw, Onslaught? Oh, Bast? Not the Bast card they could have done. Got a lot of Kitty Prides. They have 6 billion energy? Yeah. They have a much better chance of winning right lane than we do. It's the best I got. Playing high voltage right now? They are. They're playing high voltage in regular match. Is it worth risking the 8 here? Killmonger died for Killmonger died for nothing. Yeah.
Hey, welcome.
Charlie
for
Bushy.
I am.
Thank you so much for the Prime sub and the support. I was afraid of the Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Ooh, and it's specifically the Iron Man. I was gonna say specifically the Iron Man left. Or the Iron Man plus whatever mid. Man, why did I stay in for 8 there? That was just that was a cope the whole time. Sheesh. Big last turn. They filled left lane so that they could guarantee what went right. And we couldn't play enough to get enough power to land in the right lane either. Claw plus Iron Man. Yeah, Claw plus Iron Man is really popular right now. That's why we have Rogue teched in. But we can't really do much if they go 3 Cosmos on us. I should have retreated as soon as we saw the 3rd Cosmo, but oh well. But Charlie, thank you for the Prime sub. I know I briefly mentioned it, but that's our first one for the day. So I very much appreciate you being here and appreciate the support. So we have the Spider-Man. Let's go Hope Summers. We'll be able to do like a Surfer Absorbing Man last turn. So getting a Brood could be decent. They're running full on Affliction. Don't take this the wrong way, but you give off strong boss baby vibes with a clean shave. No offense taken at all. Said bounce is pretty rare around top 100. Really? Man thing is unfortunate. There's not a lot that we're doing against that. As far as the Affliction they could do, pretty treacherous. This doesn't do anything great because of Man Thing. And also in this lane, with the Affliction, it could be bad. Yeah, we're just going to give them the 4.
Escaped.
Thank you, love your YouTube love your content on YouTube. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna be picking up the videos on YouTube again soon. But I was juggling both the full-time stream and doing the my old job part-time in the mornings. And so I was stretched pretty thin. But I want to pick it back up pretty soon. What's one card you think needs buffed? I would say there's a couple. Like Kang, almost unplayable. Uatu, Adam Warlock. I feel like all of their play rates, and then a couple that are like under mentioned would be like Drax and Groot. Those have just been. So you have to line them up just so that you can get the value from them, and it just doesn't match up against much easier cards that you can play much more consistently. And so I think those Guardians need a rework. At least Gamora could kind of compete in the power output. The other two just never really found a home. How's full-time streaming so far? Anything unexpected? Nothing unexpected. I've been having a lot of fun with it, and so I've definitely been enjoying being able to stream more often. White Queen? Yeah, White Queen's not great either. Kang should be a rework priority. I think especially if he was still like the main villain in the MCU projects, but since that's kind of been reworked, maybe he got put on the back burner. I bet your dogs love it too. Yeah, the dogs have been enjoying me being home a little bit more often instead of going off and being in office. Any good Toxin builds you're gonna try? Yeah, I think he's always in some form of bounce. So I think we're probably okay there. Okay, so Brood, not bad. We even after the destroy, we get some value out of it. We do get Surfer, so Surfer Absorbing Man is on the line. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Honestly, we don't really need to push all that much this turn. We can kind of wait. Maybe we just go Red Skull left. So I haven't really brewed any like hard counters, but anything that runs Mobius could be a pretty Mobius and Shadow King could be a pretty big detriment to him. No Sarah? What, in this deck? No. A big Infinite. Can we ever compete over there? Go Sebastian Shaw. Go Surfer Absorbing Man. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We could tie it with the Silver Surfer, but I don't know that that's ever worth it. We could also go like Shaw, Surfer, Absorbing Man, and just pressure these two lanes. And then T Greenethy, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great one. Yeah, we went back in time a little bit. We could have Shadow King. Shadow King, Shang-Chi. Both be pretty detrimental here. Big Hulk. Hulk, that's fine. Shadow King. And Titania, that's also fine. We'll take the two. Shadow King was big. It offset that mid lane dramatically. But we also had a pretty big base amount of power there. We'll take it. We'll gladly take it. And then on the YouTube side, Artist8731. How's it going, Artist? Hopefully you're having a great one. Their Hulk becoming Spectrum. yeah, it was pretty bad for them. They could have... If they were sure that they won right, they could have just stacked in mid with the Hulk mid and gave up left. They could have definitely won that one. Pablo, today 4 straight matches against Arisham and Conquest. Oof, that one's rough. Hopefully you demolish them. Yeah, the Adam Warlock just at 5/5, he's too expensive for the value that he provides. Even if you like ramp into him, you're wasting a lot of energy that could be going to developing your in-game. Which kind of fizzled out.
Oh, snap.
All right, let's go ahead and go Scream left. I want to save mid open for potential Brood at some point. And with them running an Aranya, I was thinking we could get some easy triggers on Scream. And then Skada, you made it! I'd rather they lean away from Adam drawing cards. Yeah. Like he may be one that requires like a full rework. Let's go Hope Summers. I'm not gonna lean into the Spider-Man yet. I think that comes maybe a bit later. So it's a Phoenix Force stack. We have to look out for all of the Phoenix Force stuff that they can do. I assume that they probably Oh no, I think we may be cooked here. They do Phoenix Force in the right. It merges with the Agony. They have a really powerful multiple man to move around the board. I think Arsham and Loki need Spider-Man level. I think Loki's fine. I don't mind Loki at all. Without the extra card draw, without him feeling like a cheaper and better crystal, I haven't had any issues with Loki. Arsham, if he's super common, is kind of frustrating, but I think he's also been put into a spot that's not as bad as it has been in the past. So Forge, Brood. There's always a chance for Absorbing Man. We could do Surfer Absorbing Man. Maybe we do Shaw Surfer. Is Scream a good token buy? I enjoy Scream a lot. Scream is one of those that she's not like crazy broken or crazy strong, but she is very, very fun. So Grandma is actually absolutely cooking on us. This looks like the Phoenix Force deck that Husky was running yesterday on stream. So I don't think we can match the high-end power output that it can do. We do get the Absorbing Man, but they can do an extra 20 in the right, an extra 10 in the left, 26. We probably win mid, but I doubt we win right. 19, 20, 21, 25, 27. That Gambit could actually be a grandma. Yeah, no kidding. If their very first move this turn was multiple land left, we would have a shot. Otherwise, this does not win. What happened to Beard? You got rework? The legendary shaven guy, the lightly shaven guy. We went to sleep, we woke up, no Beard. I don't know what happened.
Escaped.
Oh, never mind. We could have only got to 18. We wouldn't have beat even if it moved over to the left. Even over to the left. What happened to your beard? Yeah. Woke up, no beard. I don't know what happened to it. We're still looking. No, I actually woke up my daughter having a nosebleed, which she never has nosebleeds, so it was kind of alarming. And so it was kind of a shell shock when we first woke up, but since then we've been good. Actually, oh man, we needed to do an ad break. He always shaves this time of year. Do I really? Am I that predictable? How old's your kid? My daughter's 3. My son is 13. So a pretty big age gap, but she doesn't normally get nosebleeds, and so then she woke me up and she had blood all down her dress and all down her chin, and so it was very shocking this morning. Yeah, she's doing okay. She wasn't freaking out, but she wanted to keep looking down at it as I was trying to clean it up. So I told her she had to keep her head tilted back, and she just kept wanting to look down at it. Let's go Spider-Man. We move the Ant-Man. I know that they'll be able to move it back into New York, but they would potentially take a hit on Scream. Then T Greenathy. T Greenathy said Frescata. Oh my goodness. We'll see you in 2 minutes, Scotta. We could Absorbing Man to copy the Spider-Man, and then it bounces somewhere. We could Polaris. I think we go ahead and do Absorbing Man. My daughter decided she didn't want to sleep anymore at 12:30 last night. Oh, Spy. I've been there. That's so rough. Sorry. I'm sorry. So Ant-Man over here is going absolutely through it. The Sunspot Cold Cluster. Wait, this has to be a low collection level player. I got to catch some of your stream though, because that might be the only plus side. So we could Polaris. That way we can Killmonger the Sunspot. Polaris to pull one of these two. I think this is our play though. We rip the Sunspot out just in case they're floating a lot of energy. And then even if they move it to the left, it's susceptible to the Killmonger play. I better be her favorite. Oof. No matter what I do for my daughter, I know that I'm never the favorite. They could have Ultron. Heard that parents lose around 140 hours of sleep the first year. Yes, the first year was awful. With priority, I'm actually pretty concerned here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We just drop the Rogue and move the Scream. We lose to the Ultron here. Be 3, 6, 12 in the right, 12 in the left. Sorry to say this, it's only 37 minutes in, need to let it cook. We do need to let it cook a little bit. I feel like we lose to the Ultron, no matter what we pull here. Probably a bad stay. T Greenity. Another one for Scotta. Scotta, do you want another one? Yeah, it's the Ultron. We should have moved or shifted something to the left. Yeah. I was thinking about shifting the Scream over, but then I was afraid we wouldn't have enough mid to win. All right, we'll take that 8 cube loss. That one stings. No top 100 gaming for us for a little bit, it seems. I'm only 10 weeks into the first year with my daughter. People tell me it gets slightly better. Yeah. Around 4 months, I think my daughter slept okay. And then we had some regressions. And then now she sleeps in her bed that's also in our room. So it goes through phases. You take what you can get. Shouldn't lean head back for nosebleed. Carriers, are you to swallow? You want to put ice pack on the back of the neck and lean forward. Let it clot. Good to know, Mr. Corley. So maybe she just is smarter than me, and she knew that she should look forward. I thought for whatever reason, I thought you tilted it back and put pressure to make it stop. And then Hydrate King. Welcome in, Hydrate King. Yeah, the $3 bundle in the web shop is insane value. So Blade on the Scorn. Discard deck that gets Limbo is a little bit scary. The worst part about being a parent is when your kid does like to sleep, but your friend's kid when your kid doesn't like to sleep, but your friend's kids sleep all night. Yeah, I've heard that one far too often. Yeah, the Toon Pool bundle should start, I think, today or at reset as well. And then Dolly with the hydrate reminder as well. I appreciate you. So do we hit them with a return Juggernaut, I guess? That way they can't win Asgard. We just force it into a tie. And then George, you antique green at the end. Oh my goodness. We got 4 more hydrates, I think. I appreciate you guys. So we rogue the Wong. Throw down Forge. Cho said I'm gonna save mine for no specific reason. So the Corvus hits their Helicarrier, which is really Helicarrier and Apocalypse in a hand full. They get the Apocalypse discard. Massive. Kind of hate to see it, but massive. You said Forge on Rogue? Oh, Forge onto the Rogue lane. Yeah. Fair. That way to be a 6-power brood. You're right. 6-power broodlings over here would have been huge. But we messed it up. Being able to do the Surfer, the like double Surfer trigger on the Rogue is still pretty nice though. Yeah, I'm gonna get the red border on reset. So the Apocalypse in a handful of 4 this time. Super fortunate. Oh my goodness. This guy is RNG god right now. We could have capped out the left lane. My goodness, what in the world? Like everything that could go right for them did. Guy needs to stop playing and go to the casino. That's what I'm saying. So we can shoot here. We can do the double buff here. Do this one. Oh my god, the Ebony Blade. I forgot about the Ebony Blade. So if we had played mid, we probably could overpower the 18, I think, but the double drop in the left is not going to do it. We should have sent it into mid. That one's very tilting. It shouldn't be, but it's very unfortunate. That was a good gambit. It was because it was Pixel Gambit. Pixel Gambit is just a little bit too strong. Scotty said TLSG should go to the casino after he plays me. Always has the... We have had some good RNG against you in the past. He definitely made a name for himself on that one. Some people can tell Gambit what card to hit. Next up we have Dara, the pumper himself. The premium mystery variant is about to be bad. I'm getting a super rare this week. I feel it. I already feel it. Fresh Pilk, you said I finally got a game on you. I've been on a losing streak. Is that the one that... did we just go against you, Pilk? Gambit? Oh my goodness. Like every roll that you did worked like exactly how you needed it to. It was so incredibly tilting, but I don't put it on you personally. It was a good game regardless. You played to your outs. You did what you had to do, but super unfortunate. Whew. Very good game. Very good game, Pilk. I never made the connection that you were Stan twice. Oh, last week you got a super rare, an angel super rare. That's not what you want to see. So they have the arrows from Kate Bishop, which is nice. We also have Juggernaut here, which I think could be good going into the Hope Summer. No, actually, no, we don't have priority. Let's go Spider-Man and see what we pull out of the Hope Summers lane. You said my life is like 5 for 5 on splitting cards. Into finished I wanted.
Friendly neighborhood
So I have her
Spider-Man
split
here.
whenever my snapping isn't annoying. Wow. Big super scroll left. We still don't have priority. We need Killmonger. Oh. Juggernaut's about to full send. I do wish we would have been able to get it with priority, but overall it's fine. Oh, you said Dara is all deep in thought? I mean, he's running one of those decks that takes a lot of like brain power to drop. Cho, so there may be some... maybe some like extra traffic onto the site. So we take out the 5 here. This goes down to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 with the Surfer. But is that enough? I don't know. We'll send it. We'll send it and see. You said no, I just don't think he knows what you're playing. Can't tell I have the audio off. Yeah, it's one. This is one of those decks that the reason I like it is because it's not like a common deck. You can also snap. Yeah, we could snap, but we're gonna destroy the Bob. I guess we could snap to make Hydra Bob pop out. So we could do like Sebastian plus Surfer. Might be a line.
I want the throne.
Screw top. This could probably be ran without hope. And then Yaden, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. Oh man. So it turns out the snap, the Shaw snap Surfer in the left was the line. I guess depending on where it went, because this would have been 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Would have been 16. No, it would have won. Nah. Instead of the Killmonger, we should have leaned into the Shaw. All right. We had a winning line there. It's kind of scary to leave Bob on the board. Didn't you lose either way? I don't think so. Bob was 5, right? So Bob jumping in mid. So we go Sebastian Shaw mid plus Surfer left. Would put us up to, it should have been 12 in the left. We would have went up to 7 plus 8 in mid. So up to 15. So I guess if Bob went mid, it would have been a tie. But if Bob went right, then we would have won. It would have at least been a shot. Next up, we have Dr. Stink Fartson. We have Forge, but nothing to really use it on yet. So I think I'm gonna double down on Scream here. Ooh, the arrow is also mid. True, that's true, Doctor. Screaming and surfing. I see Tucker. I've been absolutely loving this list. Not so much today. We've dropped a little bit. Actually, we've been doing really poorly with it. My goodness. Last night I was doing really well. Tonight we've been having some difficulties. But nonetheless, still been enjoying it. Let's go ahead and double up on our forge here. Found an embassy, but no brood or Shaw in hand. Yeah. Yep. And then we also have the forge, but none of those that benefit from it either. I kind of feel like skipping here. Although that doesn't feel like the right play. Let's do maybe Polaris. It's fine. Love new card day. Yes, I'm excited for Toxin. We'll see how it works in practice, but I think it should be pretty good. Symbiote Spider-Man. Do draw Brood, just a touch late. Do we drop? What do we think they're dropping into the Symbiote Spider-Man lane? Think big? I think we go Brood. Next turn could be like Juggernaut Surfer. Do move the Jeff. They do move the Jeff back. And so if they merge Symbiote Spider-Man with Jeff, yeah, they'll be able to move him again. It actually reactivates his movability.
Wakanda forever.
Ooh, interesting. A lot of big stuff. What direction are they going here? And Arnim Zola onto the Symbiote Spider-Man isn't awful. That's 15 and 15. Yeah, we're going to go Jug Surfer. It's just a matter of where do we place Jug. Namora wouldn't do it. Because Namora would only bump them up to 15 left, 20 mid. And they don't win the right. And so I think it has to be... There's also a chance that Zola is left. We hit it with a Juggernaut, and then that sends it over into the ruins, and we still lose to the Zola. But we hope not. Oh no! Devastating. Well, we had a really good run with this deck last night. Not so much today. But we do have about 3 minutes before the new card comes out. Thank goodness. We can end the bleeding. We got all of our losses out of the way for the day. We're going to run into a quick 3 minutes of ads to roll into the release of the new card. That way we can jump in and start playing it right away and not have any ads to worry about for at least an hour. So we're going to jump over into them, and we'll be right back, you guys. No, that was just a Scar deck. Sometimes Scar just has really big bodies that come down. Hydrates got him? Yeah, yeah, all the flood of hydrates got to me. And then Miguel on the YouTube side, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day so far. Are you going to do a reserve opening videos to stream? Probably not. I've opened the reserves. I was on stream when I opened them yesterday, and I pulled a couple of variants. But I haven't really pushed any more. No way. That's the new one. Take it. We have rollover. We have second snap anniversary. We have the Toon and Deadpool with 1,200 gold, which is a pretty, like $15 or more, right? Plus credits. That's not bad. That's not a bad bundle value. We also have, goodness, a pretty cool looking Galactus with the skull in the middle, but that is $100. Anyways, so no new variants. Overpriced. What a steal! The two in spectrums of the mobile game. Who knew Galactus was secretly a? It's $100, but it's a tax write-off. That's still $100. All right, we ready for the premium mystery variant pull? Did you get a new camera? No. I've had the same camera for probably a year now. Go ahead and pull the premium mystery variant. We're gonna get a super rare guaranteed. Okay, it is a super rare. It's the Pandart Dracula. That's not bad. Not bad at all. I like it. Next time we run Dracula, we're definitely using that variant. All right, we're not going to do anything revolutionary. I don't think there's really any like cheeky ways that you really build Toxin. I think he's a bounce card, plain and simple. Maybe you fit him into like a bounce mill, but I don't think that's going to be super successful outside of what it normally does anyways. So was that an album variant? The Pandart? If so, then I only have like one Pandart now. No, it doesn't look like it. At least not this, unless there's two. But Bean Man just got Toxin in one key and only had one. You're a gambling man, my friend. Go and jump in with our first Toxin gameplay here. Yeah, sometimes I miss the notification though. You looked at it and said, I don't mind if it takes more than one key, and then you pull it in one. It always seems to happen that way. All right, first up we have Jabu 2 Pocky. First location, Wakanda Embassy is nice. We do have Toxin. I'm gonna go. I was gonna go ahead and let the rocket rip, but unfortunately, but it's fine. We'll be able to do. Oh, hold on. Toxin. Beast on 3 onto Toxin. Everything plus Toxin on 4. Kind of like it. But we can't match up against the Morbius too much. Could go Bishop, but then we wouldn't be able to Toxin the Beast back in. So I think we do this. We hope that Sakaar hits Bishop, Rocket, something. Something other than the Toxin, I guess. We hope their Sakaar hits their Scorn, pulls out something that they're not necessarily wanting. All right, we get the Rocket pulled into mid. Not great. Bishop in case of Monkey. Yeah, we could have Bishoped instead of Beast, but... the Monkey does come in. 7 power is not bad. It is scary here. Oh.
Apocalypse.
There's a... oh. That was a 33% chance that they hit something other than their Apocalypse or other than their Scorn. Not great. Not great for us at all. Go Bishop. Pull Beast back in. Toxin and 2 for you. That's not bad. Oh, they put the credits back in the individual alliance rewards? Oh, did they? Gambit's definitely making a name for himself today. So into the Dracula right. So they have so many large cards. We do pull out their Apocalypse, so now it's just potentially Scorn that hits in the Scar lane. But mid is also very, very tough to win. We ever beat 22 power? So 7? No. I don't think this wins. I think their Morbius scales or will scale too high with the discards that they could potentially have. Order? We did Falcon first. We restructured the order, Cho. The big Modok definitely helps their Morbius scale. Helps the Scorn get a bit bigger in that right lane too. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it was Hope. Maybe Dracula hits one of the swarms in the right lane. Oh, no. Once Morbius discards one additional time, we're not going to be able to do it. How do we went one additional left? Yep. If we went one additional left, so either the Venom or the Black Swan, we could have won over there. So it was close. Closer than it probably should have been. But we also didn't have a great starting hand. A lot of bad RNG flips on that one. Okay. Flying Dad Bomb, you said that was me? That we just fought? TLSG's, that's actually new you? No, this is TLSG's son. I sent TLSG back to office to work. Toxin 0% win rate. Sell, sell, sell. Good game, Flying Dad Bomb. We would have liked to win it, but you definitely played it well. So next up, we have a Nick Foley and Dynamite. I think we go ahead and play our Rocket out. I thought they would for sure have a 1-cost card curve, but I was wrong. I'll go ahead and go Hood as well. And then we'll do, I think, Bishop left into Falcon left on the next turn. He said, Babyface J back at it again, Carne. Yeah, we're back at it again. The extra card draw would be nice, but we could do Bishop into, like, Beast, Demon Beast next turn. The negative scaling on Rocket's unfortunate. The Sakara into Gambit on your Hitmonkey was ridiculous. It was a good flip. Do we worry about doing Falcon here yet, or a Beast here? Yeah, I think we just go ahead and just do the Beast. Ooh, they're going War Machine. That's unfortunate. I guess they don't have Storm down, so it's not awful. A Black Swan here or next turn could be really good for us. So the War Machine is kind of... Oh, never mind. I bet they're running the deck that we were running that had the Storm, War Machine, Legion. Ooh, we have to look out for Legion on turn 6 here. To rip away Limbo. If they do that, we win, right? It's just about winning one of the others. 2, 4, 6. Could also go like that. It's a pretty big gamble or gut read on them ripping away Limbo. Ah, they didn't do it.
Wind, aid my hand.
They are also locked in.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Not locked in mid, but neither are we. We can now fit a Sage down. Poor Rocket. Can't hit Rocket for nothing today. Toxin last turn is bad. Who would have thought? As long as it's not like a big...
We are the future.
Take the Magneto win.
Victory.
But also didn't get to play Toxin that game. Sage is such a great card. Sage is so incredibly strong. At just like bursting so much power down. The Toxin Agent Venom is a new bounce. Yeah. Toxin Agent Venom I think is pretty cool. Then even if you grab it late, you at least have some early scaling on your Toxin. All right, next up we have Alloy. The first location, Vibranium Mines. Let's go ahead and go Sable here. Turn 2 is going to be Agent Venom. And TexRex86, thank you so much for resubbing with your Prime for the 3rd month. Very much appreciate having you here. Hopefully you're having a great day. So double Sable. Sable. We draw a card. We would have rather drawn that next turn. We get Black Swan, which is nice to have. We still prioritize our Agent Venom here. And then I think turn 3 is probably Bishop. Turn 4, we'll see. I don't really want the Jhin, but I don't want to play Bishop into mid or left. Mirror match? Yeah, it might be mirror match. We mind so much if we Bishop left? I mean, we have Black Swan that we'll have, so any Vibranium that we draw will be free. I think maybe it doesn't matter as much that we play it over into the mines. They go with Black Swan on 3, but they also have 2 Jins in hand. I still don't want the Jins cluttering up my hand. I want to make sure that we can bounce everything in. We can get our additional draw. So we're going to Beast mid on 5.
Snap.
Into Black Swan activate, we'll have the Flood plus Hitmonkey plus Bishop scaling. So right now our setup is, I think, a little bit more advantageous than theirs. And then he said, hey, Mr. Chia, TLSG, how are you doing? We're doing well. We're testing out the new card. I think it's going to be pretty strong in a balance shell. We're only a couple of games in, but my gut tells me it's going to be pretty strong in like any kind of bounce. But since it is a bounce enabling card, I don't think we see it much other than that. So Falcon, so they will be able to re-trigger Rocket a second time here, but they also destroy their Jhin. Them having Rocket is pretty scary. Missed it. How many keys? Kids did you use? How many keys? I used tokens to pull it. I didn't use keys this week. I had the extra laying around. And then Sunny Day JJ, thank you so much for the resub with your Prime for the 5th month. Appreciate having you here. Hopefully you're having a great one. And then Captain Pixel with the Hydra reminder. I appreciate you. I've only been able to actually use Toxin once, and it was on a game that I had some pretty bad RNG. And so, in theory, good, but we haven't got much use of her. Said I don't have Sable. Which card can I use? I would go with another on-reveal Disrupt, like an Iceman. Probably an Iceman. Since you're ideally wanting to drop it multiple times, you can disrupt their curve quite a bit. Okay, Listo, I went to sleep, woke up, and the beard was just gone. Aloe is playing very, very slowly. So I didn't actually tell him that I was quitting to do full time, or I didn't tell him I was quitting to do content creation. I said there was another opportunity that I needed to explore. Big Sage. Big unfortunate Sage. So if we draw a Sage here, that'd be beautiful. No. I always forget to activate my Black Swan when I play Bounce. Always. Oh no. It's easy to forget, and it's easy to like halfway hold it and then not get like the full trigger. What would you swap Sage for? Sage is a kind of a tough one to replace. Maybe you go Shadow King instead, but you're losing a really big high-end card. So it's not going to quite pump as much power. Wolfsbane? Yeah, Wolfsbane is like the closest alternative, but definitely tricky to use. Okay, so they go, what, left with a Hit Monkey? Maybe a Shadow King? Weird horror story prompt. You live alone, one day you wake up clean shaven. Horrendous. Wait, did they forget to activate Black Swan? That's what it looked like. It looks like they just activated it. You could probably do without one or the other of those, but without both, I think it might be kind of tough. They thought it was turn 5. Ooh, they may have thought it was turn 5, yeah. Wait, Pablo? Wait, whose face? My face? Did I make a weird face, or are you talking about it being shaved? And so I initially considered, with the amount of like bounce cards, I initially considered Collector, but Collector is such an all or nothing card. Like you either get it very early and then it scales really, really big, or you get it late and it's just awful and feels bad to play. And so Collector almost always gets cut most of the time. I think this will probably be very similar. Your face when you played Falcon? Gotcha. Gotcha. All right, next up we have Madame Eva, rank number 70. We have the cloning vats, which might be nice. I guess we could have played Nico, and then Agent Venom could have been a demon. Probably should have done that. They could get, I mean, they could get a buffed up Human Torch with the Aranya. I'm guessing they have, what, Human Torch, Madam Web going into Los Diablo space. So Human Torch with the Aranya move, Madam Web staged here. I was wrong about the rocket. I thought they always played mid, but I guess an 11 power Vulture is pretty good. The Beast, the Toxin, the Beast. Beast, the Toxin. Yeah. that's the goal. That's the idea. We do this 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't draw. I guess we probably maybe wanted to Toxin left lane before. Scott, I hope you have a great one. Hopefully catch you around sometime soon. If we end up doing like Rocket, Toxin, we're gonna fill our hand before Toxin can come back. Could do like Nico, Rocket, Sable, Toxin, Demon. That copies the Nico. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't have enough room for all of them. We're gonna send it anyways. I'm feeling like I don't know. I don't know if we cut the Falcon or keep all of the bounce components. Man, our poor... Oh.
Escape.
Our poor rocket. We haven't been able to hit it a single time. I want to try an absorbing man toxin cook. Maybe slot in a Zabu. Zabu could be pretty fun. And I think that's why they partnered it in the spotlight caches. I don't know that they meant Falcon is always clunky. I think they meant Falcon is a little clunky if we're trying to bounce so often. Next up we have Thursday. First location, Dark Dimension. Let's go ahead and go Hood. Next turn will be Agent Venom. Into figuring out the rest. Hobbit, you said I had 3 keys and I failed. Oof. You have a full week to be able to pull the next one if you're wanting to get the card. You should be able to at least clear 1 key by then. Try to fill board with stuff like Mysterio. Yeah, I don't like Collector. I think Collector is too all in early for the value that you get out of it. If you get him down early, it can be really good. If you draw him late or mid game, he ends up feeling really like just mediocre. So I think more often than not, he's not a great one for us. Do we wait a turn to do the Falcon and just do something like Demon Rocket? That way we can pull more cards in with Falcon. I one-tap Toxin. Already have Zabu and Elsa. Is Elsa worth a key? Right now, she hasn't been very dominant in a very long time. So I'd be inclined to say probably not. If they Mystique left, we want the Sage over there. If they Mystique right, then we would, of course, want the Mystique over to the right. But we don't know for sure which direction they might go with it. Any Muskrabs coming up next month? Fenris Wolf seems pretty good. And then there are a couple other cool cards that I'm excited for in November. I want to run this list with Sasquatch, but Venom will snipe him. Agent Venom? Yeah. What does Scorn do? Scorn is kind of like a miniature Apocalypse. When she's discarded, she returns back to your hand. She gets +2, and she provides +2 to a card on the board. You said Frigga seems good, and Malekith may be broken. Yeah, there's a couple of cards that feel like they're going to be very, very strong. I'm also kind of interested in Surtur. Which I didn't initially think I was going to be good, or I didn't like the idea of Surtur initially. But I also kind of like King Eitri as just an extra support tool for like the Hammer Bros. So I'm looking forward to having him. Because there's always a chance that he makes some kind of play line with Lockjaw viable. Or is just a way to make sure that you can guarantee get the buff from those 2 cards. Next up we have Witch King of Angmar. The first location is the Avengers compound. We have the Nico to copy the next card we play, but let's go and just do Hood for now. You said Eitri also kind of works for Thanos. It could, yeah. Pull out all of your stones. Let's go Agent Venom here. And we have our Black Swan that we're going to want to be able to stage. Yeah, they changed Frigga from a 4 cost down to a 3. So I think she has a lot more utility at the 3 cost slot. Let's go something like Nico, Black Swan. We're looking for any of our 3 bounce tools. So it's those redundancy pieces, which help with the consistency quite often. Who would you replace for Agent Venom? Maybe a Shadow King. We do get Toxin here. Big Toxin. Depending on what we draw, we'll see what we play next turn. So this replace questions are kind of hard to answer. Yeah, they're very, very difficult to answer. Because like there's no direct similarity to Agent Venom. So like you may even need to like restructure the deck into running more high power things, since Agent Venom doesn't have those good targets. But I think it's really, really tough to tell. Without a bishop, we could always do like Nico, Hood, Beast. That's going to give us 4, 5, 6. Beast pulls back in just the Toxin. Kind of like it. We'll make sure we activate our Black Swan going into the final turn. Fast could potentially be okay, yeah. Especially with Hood. I think I've seen... No, without Agent Venom, I wouldn't think he would go Mysterio anymore. I was hoping to draw into like Rocket Sable. Not necessarily Bishop Falcon. But... and we want to do... Oh, no. Why do we bounce in our... Oh. We want to do, like, a Sage Hit Monkey. And so the Toxin is an unfortunate cost range. Dumbstruck said, "Hey TLSG, how's the Toxin play going?" Oh, we overcommitted to right. My goodness. It's going like I guess as intended in 30 minutes. So it's really tough to gauge like the strength of the card that quickly. I think overall, like it does what we were expecting. I haven't noticed anything crazy about it. I'm actually losing more often than I'm winning. Actually, no. We were 3-2. We're now 3-3. So it seems playable, but at times potentially clunky. And you're also going to be seeing a lot of bounce, and so it's really tough to gauge on day one, which is kind of why I shied away and started not doing as many like day one videos. Because a deck that does good within the first couple of hours probably usually doesn't hold its own very long past that. Sounds like Shadow King Killmonger. Shadow King, maybe Mobius Killmonger. And I don't know that we have it tuned right. Like there's some plays here that like feel kind of clunky with the Toxin, Falcon, Beast. It feels like we have too many functional cards and not enough that benefit from the actual bounce itself. But other times it gives you those redundancy pieces to make sure you always have one of your bounce components. Similar to discard, where you have the 3 discard cards that you want to keep in the deck at the same time. I feel like Bishop. Bishop could be cuttable, potentially, but he can also scale quite a bit. Like if you're not going with the full-on bounce stuff early. The werewolf version. Let's go ahead and go Nico, destroy the Falcon. We'll pull Rocket and Nico back in. And we'll draw into some additional cards. Yeah, Sakar definitely pulled a nice wolf, but it also pulled our bishop, which is nice for us too. The Toxin and cloning vats. Especially with their hand being relatively low right now. It's great. Great for them, bad for us. What about a Grandmaster build? I feel like Grandmaster is one of those cards that is niche. Like if you're a really good player, a Grandmaster can win you games, but it's really hard to see those lines frequently. So I think for the majority of people, Grandmaster is usually not a good include in a lot of decks. We can go Rocket. Go Rocket Nico, or copy the Rocket, like the buffed up Rocket with Nico. We have 2 copies of the buffed up Rocket. So no Toxin this time. Yeah, Hawkeye is probably fine. You do have to follow up with a play in that lane, which usually isn't that difficult. And so I think Hawkeye's, for the most part, probably fine. I feel like we probably discouraged them from playing in this right lane this turn. I would think. This doesn't pull anything because we get the copies anyways. So if they play in the right, our Rocket is going to be massive. They go Toxin here. Oh, Beast. Okay. A lot of scaling pieces for them. Wait, they also Toxin mid, so they don't have Toxin in hand. A big werewolf. Yeah, Grandmaster can sometimes serve like a really cool surprise purpose, but for the most part, it's hard to use consistently. I know that playing one more card would scale our... actually... Do we full send that much into mid? Or do we maybe hit monkey right? Since Bishop scales here. Let's go ahead and try this. Warming up, he said, was just thinking you could Toxin the right or left lane on 4, then Grandmaster on 5. Pre-proc him. Yeah. If you have the like cards that are set up that you would want to be able to bounce back in, you could potentially do that. That way you proc him 2 times in a row. But I think it'd be hard to set up. It may make your lines a little bit less linear. Oh no. The change up. Oh no. The change up to hit monkey in the right lane, I think, was the wrong call here. Yeah. We needed another rocket left, or hit monkey mid. Actually, hit monkey mid is lower than the rocket. We just needed another rocket left. Yeah, warm it up, Mitch. Like Grandmaster is fine to add in, but a lot of times it's really hard to see those play lines, and so I think the majority of players do worse with Grandmaster. But I think it's probably I think it would probably fit in. Like the play lines feel like they would be good, or they sound like they would be good. But it's one of those that, like, sometimes the value is incredible, sometimes it's on the lower end, and it's on the player to be able to find those if they have it in the deck. And then the real icy welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. And then played by Michael. I don't have Silver Sable. What would be some good alternatives? I would go with another card that is good to be, like, played multiple times, so like an Iceman or another on reveal. So next up we have Thursday once again. Thursday on a Tuesday. And then Conservative Carnage on the YouTube side. Welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great one. And then Felix as well. I missed a couple of messages. Said, hey, TLSG, I hope your day is going great. Any replacement for all 12? Yeah. There's plenty of replacements for all 12. A lot of other cards out there. Yeah, the Eternals arc is rough, but maybe we get... I guess Bishop would be the only thing that, like, would potentially save it, and we don't have that, so. Curious about the Mystique in the right lane. Symbiote Spider-Man to reproc it later. We're gonna run from this one. I think we're gonna pivot decks. I'm not feeling this one. I think maybe with some, like, small finesse, probably fine. But finding that I'm not enjoying it a whole lot. So they do Hawk mid. They activate Symbiote Spider-Man. He reactivates Mystique's on reveal. So then they have a Hawk right, Hawk mid. And unless we can beat that power output, we wouldn't be able to win the tiebreaker left. So
Escaped.
and then Mono, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. And then Retro on the YouTube side. Hopefully you're having a good one. All right, let's go with a little bit different approach to the bounce stuff. Wolf could be a direction you go with the bounce for sure, Bloke. And then Durg with the hydrate reminder. I appreciate you. Bounce hazmat. You could build a bounce hazmat too. There was a bounce hazmat that ran Wolf, ran Ajax for floating around for a while. It would probably be okay there. So first up we have Smock. The first location is the Grand Central. We get our Human Torch. We have Madam Web. So I think we go ahead and play it down. We'll do Madam Web next. This deck is looking to get as big of power out on the board as possible into like a beast to pull it back in, potentially pull back in the like Ghost Spider, the Iron Fist, the Human Torch, to drop it on the last turn alongside like an Eliath or a Living Tribunal. So let's go ahead and get Madam Web down onto the board, and then we'll stage our Aranya next. Maybe it's like an Aranya Dagger stage. Because Savage Land is pretty decent for us.
Breaking news.
Okay, let's go ahead and we'll move the Human Torch. We're still looking for like Ghost Spider, Iron Fist, so that we can pick it back up. There's the Iron Fist. Big Sage over here. We could go Iron Fist into left first and then right. Maybe it's just Iron Fist. We don't activate the Aranya and let the Vulture push mid or push left. We'll dagger over into mid. Get the 6 power scaling there. We can always pick up the Human Torch afterwards. They do draw into their Toxin. With this one, Toxin is just another way to be able to proc our movement cards an additional time, to be able to get as big of a high roll as possible. But without Tribunal, in hand, do we ever Vulture move into beasting that one back in? You can also go with like a Toxin mid. Might not be awful. 3, 6, 1 gets pulled here, so we still get to draw. Big Sable on their end. Our Aranya, and then Kate Bishop. Okay, Human Torch isn't bad here. We don't get to activate the Aranya. The Sage on their end is huge, though. We also get Living Tribunal. But our Human Torch is nowhere near big enough. So it's going to be more beneficial to do our movement pieces. So maybe 12 power here wouldn't be great. We could get 21 power with our Vulture. Let's go 8. Activate the Aranya to move this to the right. We then do Iron Fist, Vulture, push to the left. We're fighting pretty heavily for right, pretty heavily for mid. And then since they have the giant Sage in the left, we're just going to give that one to them.
Victory.
We will take the 1 cube retreat. Let's go ahead and jump over into the next. Then Retro on the YouTube side said, ever see someone Mystique early play Ronin or Hawk on 5, then Zola the Mystique? Yeah, I've seen it before. It's one of those that doesn't happen very often, but when it lines up, can be pretty surprising. And then Calibrex, I appreciate your dedication here. Hopefully you're having a great day. I'm glad that you're enjoying. Glad you can watch more. Next up, we have Galdis. First location, Washington, D.C. We do start off with Aranya. We have our Madam Web. So we're just looking to position as much power across the board as possible. And then maybe we get the Living Tribunal down. Living Tribunal is just like a backup if you get a like nasty big Human Torch. You can make sure that you have that power all across the board. So Madam Web into mid. Next turn is probably an Aranya Vulture. But there's an off chance that we do like an Iron Fist and then kind of hold. Do get Beast. Let's do that. Let's do just Iron Fist. I don't want to waste the Aranya proc yet. We'll move Vulture over into mid. We have the Alliath last turn, depending on if we have priority or not. With the Beast and with Toxin, a lot of times we can control that potential priority. Then we're also going to pretty heavily contest mid, so I think we should be able to get the extra card draw from Asgard. I actually think that's enough for me to snap onto. And then Reaction Online, you said, new here, just got on Twitch yesterday. Well, welcome, Reaction. Glad you found the channel. Hopefully you're having a good day, but we are glad to have you here. Kitty Pride mid, that's fine. They protect the mid lane. They get the extra energy from Hope Summers, but their hand is going to be very constricted here. Could always Rania Human Torch pushes over here at an initial 8 into a Beast to pull it back in. We have Vulture that we can move next turn. We have Living Tribunal plus our 1-cost cards. Depending on what their plays are. They're new starting on... They started on Friday of last week, so it's the premium mystery variant. So, Living Tribunal actually, I think, actively hurts them a lot here. They can move one of their cards out of mid, which is good for them, but I think the Living Tribunal, like, splitting their power is pretty unfortunate. Go Vulture. Go Iron Fist. Human Torch. Pushes over here at 16. Then we drop just like a Living Tribunal and call it a day. Big Human Torch, decent Vulture on the right.
The mystery
And Living Tribunal just kind of evening out our power output here. Shadow King left was not the play. Shadow King mid would have been the play, but we will gladly take it. We take the 4 cubes with the Human Torch.
Welcome.
Living
It took you long
Tribunal.
enough.
Pump over into the next one. Arkansas Armory, thank you so much for the Prime sub and support. Very much appreciate having you here. Hopefully you're having a great one. I'm thinking they forgot that the squirrels were buffed up by Washington, D.C. and not like something that we did. I think is why they dropped Shadow King there. Either that or maybe they thought we would move the Vulture left. We did not. Alright, let's try and squeeze one more in. Let's try and squeeze one more in before the next set of ads have to run. Remember when getting Zabu was a big thing? Yeah. Yeah, if you drew it early, it used to be like everything. Next up, we have Stunning Tofu. First location is Atlantis. Let's go Aranya early. We also get Madam Web again early, which is so huge. White Hot Room, also a pretty decent location for us, depending on what Tofu's running here. A move deck of their own, and they do have the Iron Fist Human Torch. If they're running a Living Tribunal version as well, I'm gonna call shenanigans. Iron Fist, if we get a mover of a card, then we can drop it, but don't. I'm sure that they play here. Otherwise, Doctor Strange could get us the lead here. We're gonna retreat out of it. They have at least 2 movers, and so I don't think we're gonna match up against them. They probably have Doctor Strange, maybe a Heimdall. So maybe we could have made it happen, but without any of our scalers early, we'll give them the 1. Our first loss with the deck, but we're only 3 games in. Next up, we have a Sertonson. First location is Kamartaj, which is really good with an Iron Fist. 66% win rate. Bye. Double cable pull is scary. We also haven't really been able to draw Toxin except for that first game. Okay, let's go Madam Web left. We're hoping that they didn't get our 2 of our movers, like a dagger, Human Torch. If so, then we're powerless. Oh no. It brought our Toxin, which is going to let them recable. This loss probably brought to you by Kamartaj, by cable. Actually, we're good. We got the higher end of our move cards, so even if they get our other ones, we have. Actually, let's not do. No, it's okay. We're gonna go ahead and let the Human Torch go all the way to the left. We're going to spend 1 turn moving him out of left, and then the next turn moving the Iron Fist out of left. And then we'll do Beast on turn number 5 into pulling them back in. They'll be free. We can do Aranya plus Iron Fist plus Living Tribunal in that final turn. Look out for Eliath. Ooh, true. We don't have to look out for our Eliath. Unless it's theirs. Golden. We do have to look out for Shang-Chi, Shadow King. Actually, they're running an RSM deck, so we still have to look out for Eliath, just not the one that they stole from us. Or the one that they wanted to steal from us. So Ghost Spider pulled the dagger. It's fine. Oof. The Doctor Strange top deck was beautiful because otherwise they just dominated us. by being able to have Doctor Strange, we could have done an extra trigger on him, moved him here, then pulled him. But Doctor Strange is going to let us pull the Human Torch, as long as they don't destroy it this turn, into pulling it back in. We'll have the Iron Fist, we'll have the Aranya, and we'll have Living Tribunal.
Such is my judgment.
Wait, they dropped Living Tribunal? Them dropping Living Tribunal is kind of crazy.
I am the sorcerer
Maybe a double blob
supreme.
left lane on the final turn? All right, so Iron Fist, Aranya, Human Torch moves here, here, and then here, and then we end on a Living Tribunal. No, they're running Arshan. Ending on a White Tiger play is crazy. We're gonna be able to steal the 8 cubes from them. We got very, very lucky with the cards that did and did not get pulled from them from the double cable drop.
Such is my judgment.
Take it. We'll take the 8 cubes. Again, not because of Toxin, unfortunately, but I think Toxin helps smooth out that curve quite a bit. So we'll take the 8 cubes. Let's jump over into the next one. I know it's early, but how's Toxin felt? He's been at the bottom of our deck. I think I've only got to play him between both decks that I've been running, like twice. And so like I think he'll feel fine, but it feels like day one with new cards. It feels like I always have pretty bad luck actually drawing to play them. So it takes longer to actually like play test and see how they feel. Should have moved Torch mid before Strange. So I couldn't. They Enchantressed our Madam Web. We couldn't move it before the Strange. I wanted to play this deck. Do I just sub Toxin, Falcon? So if you wanted to play this deck, you could do Falcon. You can also do Cloak for an extra like move trigger. So next up we have Dr. Stink Fartson. First location Sokovia. What did we discard? Aranya. What did they discard? Discarded Man Thing. Okay. Let's start with Iron Fist here. See what we draw into. Dagger's not great, so I'm going to go ahead and skip. It's strange. The bot got it wrong. Carnage is Chaos. It should have the additional text that Toxin always vibes at the bottom of your deck. Guaranteed. So with Psylocke, maybe they're running a Wiccan deck and didn't hit it. Now let's go Vulture here. Vulture pushes over to the left. Ooh, no. Scarlet Spider Cook from Dr. Stink. We go ahead and utilize the beast? Yeah. We might draw Toxin. Hopefully do better than the last time we played them. They had the big 4 cost plus. So they had the Shuri Scar. Is that what they ran? So Toxin could be pretty cool here. Maybe. A turn earlier, Toxin could have been cool. Now I don't know that we even play it. Is there a place for Mystique instead of Arna? I don't know. I feel like Mystique for one target feels pretty bad. It is big name Mora. And so Scar's going to be free for him. E99. I doubt that this wins because they're a big body deck. But I think it's our only shot. Ooh, actually, we could. We can get one extra power down with Toxin. We might as well. Scotty said just tied. If I had switched my two cards, would have won 8. Those are rough. But at least you didn't lose 8. That is a bonus. Scar, Jeff, Nico. Okay. The high-end flip side of the Arnold Zola. No, we're not going to win this one.
The mystery intrigues me.
Had we pushed our stuff to the left instead, maybe, and then not did the Living Tribunal, but 21 power each. They had a really good roll here. So it's time to take a quick ad break. We're gonna run to a minute and a half ad, so the bare minimum that is set up, and then we'll be back with a little bit more. We'll see if we can continue doing decently with this deck, but we'll see you guys in just a minute and a half. We'll jump in just a moment as the ads finish up, but we'll give it a second.
Hey, welcome. It took you long enough.
And then Poop Tornado, thank you so much for the Prime sub. That pushes us up to 3 for the day. So very much appreciate having you here. And then, yeah, so the Iron Man bundle in the web store is $3 and is it's like 5 times the normal spend value. And so very, very... Oh, wait. My camera overheated. Thank you for calling it out, Sergeant. Doing that more and more often. Like, I didn't have it on overnight, so we should pop back, but... There we go. Next up, we have Pixel Guy. The first location, Castle Blackstone, so we're going to do a Rania over there. No, definitely not too hot. I think it's more so the Houston heat is too hot for the camera. Beast being 4 might be fine. Must be the clean shaven look. Might be. I'm gonna go ahead and throw Madam Web into mid. I don't think we're ever gonna really be able to pressure that left lane. I've been watching YouTube for a while. Congrats on going full time. Thank you so much, Tornado. I'm excited, a little bit nervous, but overall very, very excited. So we're not. Oh man. Love the smirk TLSG gets when we cast him up. So Human Torch, Dagger, Vulture, all in the bottom 5. I feel like we just skip here and then maybe even retreat for one. So that doesn't feel bad. That's a possibility. Think of Toxin so far? So far, I haven't got many good games with Toxin, unfortunately. Miniaturized Lab is pretty tough for him, but we won't be able to directly play into the Brooklyn Bridge next turn, which is also pretty problematic.
I am the
Are
sorcerer.
you glad the card hasn't popped off? Not really. I kind of like whenever a card at least creates something unique, but this one definitely feels like a role player. We ever win with like Dagger, Rania move, Tribunal? Probably not. I feel like that feels pretty bad. Alright.
Escaped.
Not much enjoying the feel of this one either. I feel like our other bounce probably would do decent. But it might need to hit a better curve line for like the 1 cost to make more use of like the bounce mechanics or the extra bounce mechanics we have. So we'll build one out. The other one was kind of my first guess at it. And then I think we'll be able to tweak it some more from there. But I am curious what the auto generator does. It feels like it does this deck a lot with the Scream stuff in like any new card. I don't know why. All right, so let's look at our 1 cost cards that have on reveals. Do we ever go like a light mill bounce? Feels kind of bad actually. So Nico always does really, really good here. We have the Rocket, the Sable. We can go Hawkeye. And I think Hood might actually get in the way of the stuff that we want to do. Like we want to be playing as many as possible. But it also gives us a really good like demon resource. Then we have our bouncers in, I think, Toxin. I think we still do Falcon. I think we always run all 3 for that like consistency piece. Similar to like discard, where the more pieces you have, even though most of the time you don't get full value of all of them, it just adds like you have better chances of drawing into those pieces that you do need. So running all 3 doesn't feel good. If you have a low enough curve, it doesn't. So do we ever get like a kitty pride? Because I think we like the hit monkey line. Find the monkey. There's the hit monkey. I think we like the hit monkey. And with that, I kind of like Bishop. Potential last turn flood. We have Black Swan, that I think is always good for the hit monkey. Like if you're going to the hit monkey line, I think Black Swan is great into it. Can't I find Black Swan? Overlooking her? 2-3, right? Oh, she's not on reveal. Ah. Okay. There's the Black Swan. We could go Sage, but I feel like Sage ends up being a bit maybe heavy-handed with being able to do everything that we want. So like the full bounce line. Then again, one Sage bounce is incredibly powerful. I think Sage. Do we ever go with like a collector line? We're going to pull in a lot of cards very consistently. Collector might be all right. It is susceptible to like that that like all-in greed of it either works or it feels really bad. Go Kate Bishop as well for the extra arrows to make sure we always have like a full lean in with Black Swan. And if we do that, I think Bishop is in line. Maybe we try Kate Bishop and Bishop. See how this feels. We're just gonna do deck 21 because I don't know that it's a solid 12 yet. Why did Bounce stop running Iron Man? So Beast went from a 2 cost to a 3 cost, and the cards stopped retaining the reduction from Beast. It's gonna be tricky for hand management. Yeah, it could be. We'll see how it feels. Run for a couple tyrant turns, see how it feels. Next up, we have Saka Makuwame. Let's go with the Hawkeye for now, the regular Hawkeye.
Taking aim.
We have Bishop squared and Hawkeye squared. Martage is great. Let's go ahead and just Falcon, or just Black Swan, or do we go ahead and play out the Sable? No, let's do just Black Swan this turn. And we will play it into the Hawkeye lane. That way he gets the bonus. Thank you. With the base Bishop. What do you mean the base Kate Bishop? Or who? Double Iceman, super unfortunate.
Opponent snapped.
Go something like double Silver Sable. We have Falcon to pull it back in. You're Here goes our line thanks to Iceman. Yeah. Yeah, Iceman is one of those that he's usually still pretty strong, but never necessarily feels what's with the base Hawkeye, like the regular Hawkeye. He ends up, since we're typically wanting to bounce our cards 2, maybe 3 times within a game, he can get pretty big. If we do Toxin this turn, we would want to activate Black Swan before we pull him in.
Hey, welcome. It took you long enough.
Could do Beast as well. Go ahead and try this. And then left side snaps. Thank you so much for the Prime sub and support. That pushes us to 14 for the day. 11 games in a row with Toxin. Nice, the Snap Nation. I'm glad that it's working out pretty well for you. Wait, when we pulled it back in, I thought the activate would still trigger, but maybe we did it after we played Toxin. We needed to do it before. Rough. Turned into an awful pile real fast. We did it after. Yeah, we had to activate it before. Well, not great. Activate doesn't stay. I think it does. Or I thought it would, but you may be right. Not something I've done before. All right, they're gonna play it slow. We're just gonna jump out of it. We don't have a good finisher for them.
Escaped.
So left side, what kind of Toxin deck are you running? Next up we have Kevin AOL. First location is Murder World. Let's go ahead and start with a Silver Sable. We may drop the Kate Bishop for either an Iceman or a Demon. Might be okay. Get Bishop down on 3, which is pretty good for us. We also have the Black Swan, which you love to see. And so we can always drop Kate Bishop on turn number 5. But we have like a big surge of 1 cost to use alongside Hit Monkey. Now, I'm assuming that we eventually draw into a way to pull these in. Hoping, anyways. Unfortunate Cosmo block. Ooh, big blob. All right, let's do Kate Bishop. We might do like the arrows into Beast, pulling them back into Black Swan, activating on the last turn. I don't know. Ideally, we get Falcon as a draw. Let's see. Not so long ago, Rogue would have eaten our deck. Yeah, not so long ago, indeed, it would have. We do get the Falcon, so I think it's what? Falcon, Beast, Black Swan activate.
Oh, snap.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards at least to drop alongside the Hit Monkey. Maybe we get a Sage as well. Sage could be pretty good. Cosmo for Beast? Yeah, no, we have Falcon. Beast is just going to stay there. We're just putting power in the lane. Although a big dagger is scary. Because we have the Falcon that's going to pull in our 1 costs. Toxin on the last turn. Do we ever hold up in like this left lane? Like this. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 23? No. No, unfortunately, Cosmo is really disruptive. As long as they go big mid, I don't know that there's much we can do here. We should probably run. We're not going to. Stage into Doctor Strange. We do get the mid. Can we overpower right? It looks like yes, but just barely. No. Just a tie. It comes down to a point differential. No, not even a tie. Oh my goodness. Down by 1. Scotta. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna match into each other. I'm on a losing streak. If you're on a winning streak, I don't think it's gonna partner us. But the way that my games are going, you're probably gonna steal 4-8 from me. But did you use your timeout? A one-sided tie? Yeah, indeed. It's like a tie, but a clip-on tie. So next up we have Scotta. Speaking of timing out, Scotta, yeah. Speaking of, let's go ahead and go Silver Sable left. 5 seconds ago you said this wouldn't happen. I know what I said. I was there. Maybe a new avatar will change your luck? Maybe. Looks like the luck is already changing. Go with these two. Into a Falcon next turn. Into maybe a Toxin. Co-3, yeah. Yeah, this way it feels like the last couple of new releases for me. That it's always been like right along the bottom.
Opponent snapped. Oh, snap.
Probably gonna donate 4 or 8 cubes, but I snapped back because he said please don't take 4 from me and then snapped. As long as he didn't snap, it wasn't possible for us to potentially win 4. If he wins, we're banning him. Seems fair. Yeah. It definitely seems fair. I like the train of thought. I like the logic. You can always do what, like Black Swan. Oh, Sable Toxin. Black Swan, and then I think we go Sable Rocket in the right. Big Coal Obsidian. Scary. Can we acknowledge how crazy it is that y'all just matched? Yeah. Nico killed the Toxin? Good. And then Sir Shady with the resub for 3 months at tier 1. He said, name more puns for me in these resub messages. I can't think of any more. Everyone has a limit. Everyone runs out at some point. We can do Toxin. We get a copy of the Toxin. Then it's like this. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6. Still draw on the last turn. And we get a buffed up Toxin. Unless they have a Cosmo. Cosmo hurts us. The Scar is big. Poor Rocket. Poor Rocket never gets to scale. Bishop coming in a bit too late. We'd rather do... Do we want to do Toxin anywhere? Then we pull our cards back in. I don't really think we want to do that. Maybe it is better that we go like Bishop. Not as great as I thought. Throw Beast for stats. What, last turn? The Toxin left gets bigger than Coal Obsidian over here. So 11, and then we could do... Let's see. What's the first card we play? We want to first card play like Rocket. The doubling up over there is rough. We needed to do Hit Monkey left as well. Even Hit Monkey left wouldn't have done it. Maybe it would have. Yeah. Because it just came down to, yeah. All right, you guys. We're going to take a quick break. We have 5 seconds left before they autofill. So we'll be right back, you guys. All right, let's go ahead and jump into a bit more. You think you'll be making a video on the new card? Modox, I'd say probably not. I don't really like... I haven't been liking making a new video, like, highlight on the card as soon as they're released. Because you get a lot of people that are either running heavy counters against the card because it just came out. They know a lot of people are going to be experimenting with it, or things are going to change and shift a lot. And so it's really hard to get a, like, this is a really good deck. So you get a lot of like initial views, but it doesn't get long-term views. So I would say probably not, at least not right now. It might be here in a little bit.
Taking aim.
We need to play the Nico here so that we can proc the Hawkeye. We do have Bishop, which gives us some pretty good scalable power into the vault. Actually, we're going to change the vault. Never mind. Go ahead and Sage, then we can pull it back in.
Victory.
Not an exciting win, but it's a win nonetheless. We'll take it. We'll start slowly chipping back away. I think that maybe maybe our first win with it. What about Werewolf in the deck? Werewolf sometimes makes it kind of difficult to stack your cards where you want them to be. And so I think it's probably okay. Oh, and then Lord. Yeah, sorry. We'll let you choose the avatar right after this. So we're going to go ahead and play Sable into mid. We have the Black Swan. We'll be able to flood on the last turn. We have Nico, so maybe we get either a destroy spell. I guess with Nico, maybe we do go ahead and add back in Demon. All right, let's go ahead and go Black Swan left. Victor, you said I started playing Monopoly Go because of you. I hope you get a good partnership from them. Yeah. So it actually ends in a couple of days, so it's still like rolling. So anybody that hasn't checked it out, if you want to, but Shindig, how are we doing? We're doing well. We've been doing not well cube wise since the new card came out, but typically I feel like that's kind of to be expected. And then as soon as we turned it back on, we had somebody that reached the Madrid board. Thank you for checking out Monopoly Go. Hopefully you're enjoying it. And then another player reached the Old West board. Thank you for checking out the game. And then another one to the Monopolist. I'm guessing it just delayed all of the notifications when I had it not pulled up. Is what I'm guessing happened. But either way, I appreciate you guys checking it out. And then Bulba Rose, thank you so much for the Prime, a resub for the second month. Very much appreciate having you here. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. Go ahead and double stack right. Next turn. Wow, Typhoid Mary. That's a natural in the wild Typhoid Mary.
Taking aim.
I'm glad you're having a good game day, Skada. ahead and Sage, beast it back in. We'll activate the Black Swan so that we can flood on the last turn. Go ahead and snap it. Feels weird not having a symbiote not be a part of a destroy package. It does a little bit, right? We have the man thing coming down in the left. We probably just, I think we would have to avoid that location. Although an Ajax for them is massive. They also have to invest a little bit over in the left lane. Unless they get like Luke Cage down, maybe. Go Toxin first. Into the others. And then we'll lock it in. Enchantress is fine. I think I mean, it bumps them back up in the left quite a bit. Luke Cage also pushes them quite a bit. Right lane, I think, is probably out of our reach. But the Sage that has already triggered can get pretty big. Like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, plus the 8. No, with the 4. It's what, 16? Grab the left. We'll grab the right. We'll tie in mid.
Victory.
We'll take the 4 off of it. Feels good to be on the flip side of one of those. Toxin seems to have the old America Chavez effect. Of always getting drawn on 6. Yeah. Yeah, it does seem to have that, right? Scotta. Just leave it alone, Scotta. For the most part, they're just post infinite cubes. Like they don't go towards anything. I am glad that you got the win. You definitely outplayed it. But that should help you stay above 88. How's the new deck been going? It's been going okay. I think finding like the perfect 12, I think it looks very similar to other balance shells. But I'd be curious to know like what the one that ends up being like the perfect lineup is. Oh Lord, Machiavellia. I forgot about the avatar again. I'm sorry. I'll remember it right after this one.
Oh, snap.
He said someone from Guardians of the Galaxy, so Star-Lord or Rocket. We can do that. Kill she, I'm 6-1 and up 17 cubes with a quirky Toxin. Glitter Pal, I'm glad that you're crushing with it. What kind of, you said quirky, and so what kind of quirks are you running with it?
Victory.
Did you hydrate? I think so. But if not, I did now. So Avatar, I have to say it out loud or I'll forget. We're gonna change the avatar for you. Lord Machiavellia. We have one Groot. We have a couple of Gamoras. That one. Something like that. Said you're 14 and 4 with this deck. What deck? The one that I have? Or one that you're running? Does the border you favor more the legendary? Yeah, so the orange one is the one that I typically lean towards, yeah. All right, next up we have round 2. Droopy Fool. You'll get there before long. Let's go ahead and throw down the Silver Sable, get a little bit of early scaling. We could do a Bishop next, into a Bishop, into the 2 arrows plus Falcon, pull everything back in. Jet Force, she said, this is such a chilled out snap stream. Happy to see you here full time. Me too, Jet Force. I'm very glad to be able to stream more often. I am running a little bit on fumes because of the old shift, or the shift from my sleeping schedule. Because I was up overnight last night and then caught like a couple hours of sleep and then woke up early so that I could sleep tonight. And so I'm running on a few fumes. But still, regardless, glad to be here. So Beast becomes much more unusable. I don't really want the grapple arrow either. Let's go ahead and double drop into mid. We'll get the raft resource. I guess it's not a free raft resource though. But the only thing is maybe we can make sure that they can't use theirs, but they do get it. So now it's just going to take up the space in our hand. I was thinking we might deny them, yeah, but no such luck. Into the hood, unfortunately. We don't get the discount on them, but we still could get scaling on both Rocket and Silver Sable. So on the last turn, we could do Hit Monkey, Sable, Rocket, and then like Grapple Arrow last, maybe. So Mobius is, I think, teched in for the anticipation of a lot of Beast bouncing stuff into the meta. Bouncing stuff like being the common deck in the meta. And then the Snap Nation. I'll push your link through. It was a deck code. It just... Oh, hold on. You want me to delete? Yeah. I'm loading up the stream so that I can pull it away. Nobody look at it.
I want the throne.
Why don't I know how to delete a deck or delete a chat? I can't delete it. I can't either. Snap Nation said I don't care. Okay. Email you want? Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Send them a nice email. All right, we do grab the 2 cubes against round 2. I was panicking trying to figure out how to delete and take it though. All right, let's go ahead and jump into another match. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to delete it. You can ban me for doxing. I mean, Schwaks, you probably wouldn't be in the wrong doing that. Next up, we have Pretty Boy. First location is the Vibranium Mines. Let's go ahead and play our Silver Sable. Oh yeah, please don't try. I don't know if that... And then Red Rover, welcome in. But also play that deck. So, let's see. Hood, Kitty Pryde, Sable, Ham, Iceman, Toxin, Angela, and Agent Venom, Stereo, Bishop, Hit Monkey, Beast. So it drops Falcon for the Toxin. I don't know. I've been harmed in my own channel before. Sometimes words can be vicious. No Collector. I feel like Collector is very much a like a greedy high roll type of card, and so no, we don't have them in this one. Yeah, I was hoping that this would be a location change card. Otherwise, we need to use Black Swan now.
Opponent snapped.
Which is not what you want to see, especially if they're running theirs. Yeah, we're gonna jet out. I'll pick up your deck a little bit. Snap Nation. See if maybe removing one of the bounce tools makes it feel a little bit less cluttered. But I'm also running into a lot of other bounces, which I think is to be expected. There's a lot of people that brew with the new card on release day. But it makes it really hard for me to gauge, like, if a deck will be able to perform well long term, like once it's more of a surprise. Like right now, I think most people are going into matches anticipating the bounce matchup. And so it's not as much of like a potential surprise. Let's go ahead and build it out. We have Hood, Kitty Pryde, Iceman, Silver Sable. Why can't I? Oh, there we go. So Silver Sable, we have the Spider Ham. And it's the Angela. Venom. Mysterio. No Bass, so Mysterio is either just like a Bishop buffer or really good if we do hit it with Agent Venom. I've seen some people drop the Mysterio for like a Shadow King to be able to stop the opponent's like high scaling stuff. But I do like Mysterio as a tool for the Bishop line. Bishop, we have the Hit Monkey. Then finally, wait, I forgot Toxin. There we go. Let's see what we can do with this one. Cam? Oh. I need my camera to stop overheating. Are we back? Should be back. Shadow round? Yeah, I got destroyed by Mr. Negative. Okay, next up we have Splat. The first location is the hub. Let's go ahead and drop our Silver Sable. Always great as an early turn. And then we have our Agent Venom on 2. We can look to do like an Angela. Played or seen any bounce move. I did play a bounce move Living Tribunal. And it did okay.
Opponent snapped.
I wouldn't say it did fantastic either. So I only played it for 6 games and we went 3-3. The next iteration of bounce that I played, we went 4-4. And played 8 games, 50% win rate. So they've been very like back and forth, hit and miss. Master Mold's a bit rude. I'd even say a bit uncalled for. Couldn't start buffing up the Angela in the right lane. I was thinking about an anti-bounce deck, probably hand clog with mold. Yeah, but they got Master Mold just from the hub. They got a good hub resource. So the hood is good here. But I kind of think Spider Ham is better. Let's go Beast, and I'll just throw Spider Ham I guess into mid. And then whoever just reached the London board on Monopoly Go, thank you for downloading the game, checking it out. It does help support me. Every milestone that you get helps support me and support the content. And it's pretty fun to boot. We get the Toxin down on turn 5, potentially. Did we hit his monkey? Ooh, we hit his monkey. That is massive. We're gonna play Iceman after the Toxin. That way, or no. We even want a Toxin? Maybe we just Toxin mid. What are we doing? I don't know. Then we can't draw, can we? Nah, it's okay, Angel. Without being enough draw, I'm a little bit worried about this in-game line, but I also don't want to cap out a lane with X23. So we're just going to play it by ear. They do have the Flood. Ooh, with Aranya, I'm thinking they have a dagger. A dagger move here. Very scary. Might lose the 8. But I am going to stay to see it play out. Because we have a decent enough lead in the other lanes. They're going to have to invest some big resources all across. One on X23. No more power. Yeah, no monkey. Since we didn't get to draw last turn, we didn't have a chance to. But we hit their monkey with Spider Ham, so it's kind of a tough choice one way or another. Big Human Torch right. That flips that lane for him. And then, yeah, the dagger move. Huge. Huge last turn. If we had monkey, I think we could have could maybe held our own. But it is time for a quick set of ads, and then we'll be right back, you guys. Yeah, they played that one well. I think they took a calculated risk with the rocket Human Torch, leaving the big burst of the dagger for mid. I think was probably the best call they could have made. Yeah, the master mold was also really rough, but dropping initiative into turn 6 Killmonger. Yeah, either that or Ghost, but Ghost I think is a little bit more transparent that you're going to be dropping or doing a Killmonger line. All right, let's go ahead and jump over into the next matchup here. The split did look good, Angel. All right, next up we have Dara, and Dara has been on a tear in the good direction. I think he's gained some ranks since we were playing earlier. I've lost some. So let's start with Sable. There's a chance that Beast pulls it back in. Ideally, we hit Kitty Pride. Hit Monkey also wouldn't be awful. Dara, yeah, Dara is on a Terra. Bounce decks like round 7? Not necessarily. Especially if a deck is designed to really make full use of that round 7, then I'd say no. Anabolical, thank you so much for resubbing with your Prime for the 4th month. Very much appreciate having you here. Hopefully you're having a great day. I'm going to take an extra turn. We could try to fill Scarlet or Sacred Timeline to get our cards back. But I think I'm going to take an extra turn. Toxin would be more ideal to drop first, since we don't really need the discount on the cards. And then into Beast afterwards. I feel like with Toxin dropping, I'm going to have to swap back to Cosmo for Rogue and Surfer. It was fun one day without the doggo. Yeah. They have Beast, right? Or Toxin? If they have Toxin. Ah, man. Yeah. Yeah, I think Dara probably has us since we don't have ours in hand. I'm just going to do Kitty Pride here. We have the extra turns. But theirs is much better than ours, unfortunately. We have Hood. Hit Monkey. So they're going to have what? Beast? Beast so that they can Toxin again? Finally hit the Toxin. Next turn we could do 2 1 costs plus Beast. So them hitting a beast in the left lane will be big. Big brain matchup. I don't know. I feel like Dara's probably the better at bounce. Yeah, the $3 bundle in the web shop is incredible value. Big demons coming into play. Let's go with this for now. Big beast. So get the really the doubly scaled rocket. It'll be triple scaled. So massive rocket for him. Nine, 4, Sable, I think they probably win this one. You think the real Mysterio left or right? Oh, and then Toxin for the points? The extra +2? Yeah, probably a good idea. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 14. Oh, the Snap Nation. You're running, are you running Toxin in Mr. Negative? Wait. Their Mysterio came back? Because it got pulled in by Sakar, right? Oh yeah, we definitely lose mid. Yeah, we definitely lose. Oh, that's the deck that's been killing me? Yeah, I gotcha. Thank you to the other player that just reached the London board. Very much appreciate you checking out Monopoly Go. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Had we... No, we didn't have room to push anything additional into mid, did we? So we couldn't have pushed anywhere else. All right, you guys. I have to go pick up my son from school. And so we're going to go ahead and raid over. We might as well raid over into Dara. So thank you guys for checking out the stream. Very much appreciate you being here. As always, I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. But we will be back again sometime very, very soon. We'll catch you guys around in the next one. We're going to launch it up. And then we'll see you around. Thank you guys again.
Worst song ever written? Well, I'm not gonna forget you. Yo, TLSG. Oh man, good game, good game. You animal. You animal. What have you